Zechariah is 14 chapters long, and the first 8 chapters contain the prophecies of the historical Zechariah, around 520 or so. The last chapters, chapters 9 through 14, this is known as Second Zechariah. These chapters contain obscure writings from a later hand, and they are of a very different type or genre. They are written in the apocalyptic vein. So we won't talk about those now. We'll consider those momentarily. I'm going to be talking about apocalyptic for the last half of the lecture. So for right now, I'm interested, however, in the first 8 chapters, which represent the oracles of the historical prophet Zechariah around 520. He preached and prophesied for about 2 years. He urges in these chapters the rebuilding of the temple. The first 6 chapters contain a series of elaborate and symbolic visions, 8 different visions, that are revealed by an angel or a divine messenger. That's a mode of revelation that's going to be standard in apocalyptic literature, as we'll soon see. Earlier prophets received a word or a vision, but as we move towards apocalyptic literature and later literature, prophets often receive messages from God through an angel or a messenger. These visions focus hope on Zerubbabel, the governor, and on the priest, Joshua, the high priest Joshua. The idea is that they'll rule in a kind of diarchy as monarch and priest. At some point, however, it seems that the Persians got rid of Zerubbabel. He was ousted, perhaps because messianic hope was starting to gather around Zerubbabel. So Zechariah's prophecies seem to be adjusted to refer solely to Joshua. Although they originally referred to Zerubbabel, and although chapter 6 in particular seems to refer originally to Zerubbabel, it is altered so that it now depicts Joshua as a shoot or a branch from Jesse's stock. Jesse's stock, meaning a Davidite. David's father was Jesse, so to say a root from Jesse's stock is to say a Davidite. It says that Joshua will rebuild the sanctuary. He will wear the royal insignia, although he is the priest. So the elevation, however, of the high priest is a feature of the post-exilic period. It's a feature of Judah in the post-exilic period. High priest coming to take some of the trappings of royal office. Chapters 7 and 8 declare God's promise to turn and to do good things in Jerusalem and the house of Judah, so long as the people will turn from their unjust and evil ways. And Zechariah points forward to the glorious day when all the nations of the world will eagerly come to seek the Lord in Jerusalem and to entreat his favor. So we read in Zechariah 8:23, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, in those days 10 men from nations of every tongue will take hold. They will take hold of every Jew by a corner of his cloak and say, 'Let us go with you, for we have heard that God is with you.'" And thus this restoration period, you can see, features prophets who envisions other nations joining Israel in the worship of Yahweh. They will come to rally around and join Israel in the worship of God in Jerusalem.